Welcome, Sagittarius. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do your October reading. This is a general reading. It's not going to resonate for all of you. If you're interested in a personal reading, the information for that is in the description box below. Thank you so much to those of you that have donated to me. It is greatly appreciated and just fills me with so much gratitude for the wonderful viewers I have and some of the connections we've developed. So you know who you are. Thank you again. Let's get started, Sagittarius, with your overall energy for October, the Five of Cups. Here you are allowing yourself to experience the emotions, the disappointments, the regrets, the sense of failure, that you have experienced as part of a pattern that you now recognize. This has contributed to your sense of recognizing and understanding a deeper connection to who you are by experiencing the things that you are not. As painful as this process may have been, the real victory is in connecting to who you are, connecting to self, finding self-respect, honoring the self, privileging your needs, your desires, your expression, your authentic sense of purpose over the needs of others. This is not hiding behind your supportive approach to friends and colleagues. This is not making other people's success your priority. And this is part of a pattern that you have been grappling with for a very long time. And it has resulted in this stark experience of who you actually are without the social charm that you are so well known for. Your adventurousness, your sense of fun, play, your encouragement of others, your wonderful wisdom. You've really come to the sense of owning and deserving those things for yourself as a priority. That is what you came here to do, to express yourself, to share your phenomenal gifts in a way that benefits you, not just others. Okay, so that balance within you that you have cultivated as a result of overcoming these regrets, these disappointments, these real heartbreaks, has led you to a place of understanding that as you are deeply connected to your true self, that you are willing to fight for the things that you desire, that you know you deserve. This is reflected in your relationships. You are bonding with others who understand that, who feel whole within themselves, and who share your goals and your aspirations. In the beginning of October, we have the Seven of Cups. So there is a place where you are rehearsing the ways in which you experience disappointments, experience failures, and recognized all the options that were available, that are available to you now as you move forward. There are always things that look good, that might feel good, but are not truly beneficial or do not truly support where you're going. And this card is revealing that you have a clear sense of destiny, a clear sense of purpose, and that all of the baubles and options are no longer distracting you from moving forward in that way, from focusing on your goals, focusing on this greater sense of connectedness with who you are, with your higher self, that strips away the fears of not accomplishing, the fears of failure, uh, understanding better that failure only exists when you don't learn the lessons. If you're learning, which apparently you've learned a lot, and I would say the last several years, possibly as a result of Pluto's transiting through Capricorn until the middle of November upcoming, so that you really are summarizing and looking at the possibilities, perhaps in things in the current, in your current circumstance, and really allowing yourself to reflect back on when those options were available in the past, perhaps how you misused those opportunities, perhaps didn't recognize them or gave them away. And now understanding that there's no greater value than the ability to express your talents authentically. That's the direction you're heading, and everything pales in comparison to that. And by that, I'm describing more money, a better job, a better relationship, whatever it is, those are meaningless for you now without the core of authentic success within, connection within, that allows you to connect to opportunities and relationships that are aligned to you. In the middle of October, the Three of Wands shows you setting up the conditions, continuing to set up. You didn't just start this. You've been working on putting something together that allows you to express your phenomenal gifts to new audiences, to finding a new marketplace. Or this can be setting up a business, looking for the colleagues and collaborators, the resources, the models uh, that are useful to you in planning out and making contacts and doing the research in order to create the vehicle that's going to lead you to your success. There's a certain amount of waiting here, which is helps you to continue to cultivate and build this idea of experiencing your disappointments differently, so that all the things that failed or didn't work out in the past you've learned from, and these strategies are meant to seek the assistance, the support, the community you need in order to do this new thing, this new opportunity for growth and expansion. And in the end of October, we have the Six of Swords. It feels as though you've actually gained the courage to physically move away from something, an environment, a relationship, or a position, a location that has not been positive for your visibility. Feels like a place of chaos, of where you haven't been seen or heard, and thus you haven't been able to contribute to the solution of problems or issues in this environment. Recognizing that there isn't that much that you have in common in the situation anymore, that by stripping away all the false diversions from your path, you really recognize that you are still gaining that sense of peace and acceptance from your recognition of the patterns that have plagued you in the past, so that you now recognize those patterns have continue to define your world, and that even as you're understanding better how they've contributed to the sense of self-respect, self-love, self-honor, you also are understanding that you are deserving of a more encouraging environment, more positive environment where you are welcoming new ideas, and where you can accept the patterns, the disappointments you've experienced as part of your healing, as part of the peace that you're gaining. You're really looking for acceptance and peace from this pattern that you are breaking out of. If this reading is resonating for you, Please like this video, please share this with others, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. That is so greatly appreciated. And I've pulled the chameleon. And the key word is adaptation. I like this. You are a mutable sign, Sagittarius, which means you are flexible. You can fit in to any situation, and the chameleon is actually beautiful. Your famous friendliness is part of what helps you merge into a lot of social environments without detection. Don't just blend in and hide. Express yourself, assert yourself, and trust your resilience. I love this. Beautiful. So I'm going to clarify the Seven of Cups in the beginning of October with the Empress and the Hierophant. My goodness. These are really framing your experience right now. And although we're still in the end of September, these are things you may be experiencing right now. As most of you are aware, the major arcana cards are not at all reflective of our sense of time or emotion. These are things that may have already happened to you or are going to happen to you, but these are lessons you chose. The Empress is really about power. It's really about not only understanding the power you have, often expressed through being in sync with natural rhythms, being in attunement with others in your environment. This is the work ethic, the persistence, the groundedness that allows you to move forward in a way that keeps you in touch with your power. It's also a process of stepping back after the work has been done and recognizing, allowing yourself to be recognized, to be loved, to be appreciated, to be lifted up. So here where you are so capable, there's a provider here, a protectiveness, an earth mother quality that understands what others need, is consistent, understands that anything can be changed through consistent effort. This is also part of your tapping into your sense of being powerful, being loved, being beautiful, self-respect, self-love in a way that is so healing to you and is really kind of putting a fine line under the sense of deep connection. The higher self that you've tapped into is powerful. And the Hierophant is describing your ability to recognize that this whole show, this whole experience in life is about learning. Everything we experience, failures, successes, nothing is what it appears if we are learning from it. So failures only are failures if we haven't learned. Same with disappointments, heartbreaks. Having discovered, understood a pattern of giving your power away, a pattern of seeking love outside of yourself. This is a powerful lesson you've learned. And as you are learning it, because lessons, we're humans, we don't just get something once. That's why they're patterns of behavior. We go back and make the same mistakes, maybe a little bit differently each and every time as part of our learning. So it's not as though you're done with these lessons, but you've understood the key. And the key is by committing to the effort, you will learn something. You will gain something from every experience. And you understand that as you learn, you share what you've learned with others. The Three of Wands in the middle of October is clarified by the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. This is describing two different energies that are assisting you in setting up this new project, this new business, this new effort that you're making in October. You've been making this for a while. The Empress doesn't pop up in the beginning of October, as I shared previously, but this setting up of a vehicle that will move towards your goals is something you've been working on for a while. For some of you, about 3 years, more or less. The Knight of Swords is showing an openness and a curiosity that is helping you to make different decisions that you've made in the past. Understanding how, in fact, you have given away your power, your love in the quest for the same. You now understand that reality wasn't exactly the way you experienced it. In fact, that it has everything to do with our perception, with the way we think, with our intentions. And so pursuing your truth helps you to unlock this deeper connection that you've made with your higher self, this commitment to unlocking, unfolding your potential. And this is giving you an openness to new ideas, a willingness to have conversations, discussions, to write about, to record, to document things that you thought you understood, you thought you knew. But this is the openness to learn them at a higher level. This is beautiful for encouraging your own healing and the structuring of a self that really understands that you're deserving of whatever you want. The Queen of Pentacles on the other side is really the practicality with which you are cautiously moving forward in creating this new effort, in structuring this new business, this new job, this new move, whatever it is that is allowing you to move towards your highest expression, your greatest sense of service and purpose. Queen of Pentacles is the daughter of the Empress card. So all of the self-love, the self-healing, the self-regard and respect that the Empress is finally understanding, is allowing to unlock the power within you. This is the practical skills. This is the perseverance. This is the commitment. This is the attention to detail, the sense of responsibility that no matter what happens, you are responsible for the job you do. You take pride in the work that you achieve. And so this is really that cautious, careful, but completely modeling yourself on all natural circumstances, environments, characteristics, so that you are in flow with the earth. In fact, what you're working on can be a reflection of your sense of what the earth physically needs. And in the end of October, the Six of Swords is clarified by the Tower and the Seven of Wands. Ooh. Just as you are recognizing that it is time for you to look to a more hospitable environment, for you to continue growing very cautiously, very in sync with your discussions about the needs of others, others' ideas, your ability to collaborate. Something is not working out in the way that you thought it would. There may be some kind of a shift in the power dynamics, shift in the world bank, I don't know, shift in your professional practices that is actually working to your benefit. This is actually helping to clarify the power of your authentic voice, that your unique ability to express yourself and to do that within a community of potential collaborators is really helping you to clear away all the distractions of others. A person with as much capacity, capability as you has a lot of people who would love to include you on what they're doing, that would love to invite you to work with them. but you're being very clear that if it is not in absolute alignment with your goals, your principles, then you really need to stand up and articulate your own voice. This is where the chameleon doesn't hide, where the opportunity, the unexpected event, the disruption that you may be experiencing, the unexpected opening to move things in a direction that is more reflective of your goals. This almost feels like allowing you to slow down a little because you're building this right for you, according to you, then you're not in a hurry. You're taking your time, you're clearing away distractions so that you can work from the place of your strength, from your gifts, from your authentic voice. I hope this has been useful. I'm going to close out this reading with Christ Chakra Love is the name of this deck, and I have pulled the heart chakra. And this is a depiction of malachite on the outside of the card. And the key word is forgiveness. You'll find freedom in forgiveness. And this is very specific to the recognition of the patterns in your life where you have unwittingly, but very clearly given away your love and power in some ways in the mistaken belief that you couldn't give these things to yourself, that you didn't have these things within, that you had to get them from someplace or someone else. And having learned that, you can be overwhelmed by a sense of frustration, so that you need to forgive yourself for being a human being. You need to forgive yourself for doing the same thing over again and having your heart broken over and over again. You have to forgive yourself because you are human. You're not perfect. You're not the shell of a Sagittarius that is happy, fun, and happy-go-lucky all the time. You are a real person and you're really committing to real, authentic desires. Not the things that everybody else wants, but the things that you want, the best way to express your talents and gifts. Thank you so much, Sagittarius, for this powerful reading. Until next time, namaste.